He says that he's a beginner and he wants to invest a lakh of rupees in the stock market right now, and he's wondering where to put it. Right? So people, if you, like you have been saying, that valuations are a little bit stretched in a few pockets, but are there opportunities to deploy right now?
Oh, absolutely. There are always opportunities, right? You will always find something that is attractive. So one of the stocks you just discussed right now, ITC, if you ask me from the next 3 to 5 years, I think that's a great investment to make. So first of all, I would tell you, the person asking the question, please identify maybe 3 to 4 stocks. Don't spread yourself beyond that for the simple reason the value is, the amount is not very large. But stick to the blue chips in the initial days. Even right now, the valuations are better for the blue chips than they are for the mid cap and the small cap. So don't chase after momentum right now. Buy HDFC Bank. I think that is attractive from a 2 to 3 year perspective. ITC looks attractive from a 2 to 3 year perspective. Bajaj Finance looks attractive. And then you can look at something in the auto space. Unfortunately, a lot of them have already run up, but on corrections, something like a Mahindra and Mahindra might be an interesting play. So stick to the larger players right now. Don't go beyond 4 or 5 stocks, and I think you should be fine.
Texmaco Rail is the next counter. Jagdish is writing about this, and he's bought at levels of 288. He's wondering whether to hold or sell. Kush, on the charts, Texmaco Rail, how does it look?
Not too bad, despite the kind of correction that we've seen in the last couple of sessions. I think the stock could perhaps hold on to the support zones of 245, 250 and consolidate. You may not see a very big bump up almost immediately because the near-term triggers are missing, and there's the 20-day moving average pressure that the stock is facing. But it's not as bad as it could have been, given that there weren't any major announcements in the budget, and the stocks really recovered after the fall that we saw on the budget day. So from my perspective, continue to hold 250. Use that as your stop loss. You could be in for a bit of a waiting period, but I think it's one stock that you can still continue to hold.
Okay, I'm coming back to you on Bank of Baroda, and this is a question coming from Mahalakshmi, bought at levels of 279 for a period of 3 months. Is it possible to get my money back? So 279. All right. So there is a bit of a gap on Bank of Baroda. So 3 months, would you hold or would you book losses at this juncture?
Mahalakshmi, I think you've picked the weakest of the PSU banks, at least on the price performance. There is SBI, Canara Bank, perhaps even a PNB. Bank of Baroda has had its share of issues. We've seen a lot of recovery, but again, the recovery is not sustaining. The stock's taken a big knock. It is perhaps the weakest of the PSU pack. My suggestion would be to exit for now. Although there is a near-term support at 238 in case you want to hold on to this with a tight stop loss, but there aren't any real triggers, at least on the charts, that suggest that 275 perhaps could be visited anytime soon. So my suggestion: exit for now. Let the stock settle. We'll see when to re-enter and when to buy again. But for now, exit.